Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening, Braves, and welcome to BUTV News' penultimate show. I'm Julia Hunt.
And I'm Michael Gatewood. Join us as we take a look at the news. This year, Earth Day lands today, April 22nd. The global observance is dedicated to protecting the planet and spotlighting the challenges humans impose onto nature, such as unhealthy and corrupt abuse of resources. This celebration was first introduced through grassroots activism in the 70s. Mother Nature has rights, and therefore it's our responsibility to speak up and protect her. A great way to help reflect will be to help out this Tuesday for BU Cleanup at the Market Center lobby starting at 3:30.
Another great way to help is planting more trees and maintaining community gardens. Through the Greenway Project, Ella Schaefer shows us what nurturing nature looks like.
It's a crisp fall morning in Peoria, and while most people are just starting their weekend, one group is already hard at work. The Western Avenue Greenway Project is taking on another cleanup day, 6 blocks dedicated to making their community shine.
It actually began about 50 years ago. And it's gradually added houses that have been torn down, abandoned and torn down, that the city bought and gave it to the Greenway Project.
Joining the effort this year, as they've done in the past two, are members of the Bradley University softball team. Between practices and games, these student athletes are trading bats and gloves for trash bags and rakes, helping to keep the community they call home looking its best.
Today we came out and we did a lot of mulching around trees. We planted flowers, as well as just removing sticks and leaves and debris. We also picked up trash around the area just to kind of help out.
The Greenway Project aims to connect neighbors through simple acts of service. And for the Braves, it's a chance to build bonds off the field while supporting a cause that reaches beyond campus.
Being in the Peoria area, there's not a lot of greenery around, so being able to come out and help and support this local community project, there's not a lot of work like this around here, so it's really awesome that we get to be a part of this small green space that we get to kind of help preserve.
Once a week, we patrol it, pick up trash, and look for what work has to be done. Then we have work days in the spring, 2 a month. This is now completely a volunteer effort, and with the help of people like the softball team.
Just knowing how much it's appreciated by the volunteers. They have some work days, but they don't have a lot of hands, so it's just really nice to see some smiling faces that we've really made a difference on other people's lives.
For both the Western Avenue Greenway Project and Bradley Softball, this partnership continues to prove that teamwork can make a difference, 1 block at a time. Signing off, Ella Schaefer with Com 225.
The Bradley Society of Automotive Engineers holds a car show each semester, and the past Saturday was a spring event in the Founders Circle. This show was free for participants and spectators. Both vintage and late model vehicles showed off their shine, as well as several experienced competition vehicles built by the SAE Club. Their ultra-fuel efficient one-person car with a carbon fiber body won its latest national competition, achieving the equivalent of around 7,000 miles per gallon. Yes, you heard that right, 7,000. Awards were handed out in various categories like Best Vintage Vehicle, Most Unique, and Best Modded Vehicle. Look for the next show around the circle this fall. Interested in expanding your studies with graduate education? Join Michigan Technological University's Advention representatives for pizza and conversations about career pathways, offer programs, and how MTU can complement your academic goals. An informational session will be held this Thursday at 5 at the Beck Rooms 1150 and 1160.
From the novel to the niche, Cassie Maxwell explores the virtual world.
But first, sunshine, lollipops, and Casey Hendricks for the weather.
right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
It has been a little bit toasty outside recently.
Yes, it's been feeling so good. I don't know if you guys saw in the quad, but they was giving out hot dogs.
I did hear about that. I wasn't able to go and grab one, but I love the beautiful weather outside.
I was indeed out there for a little bit. They had a little basketball court going on, but it was very exciting. It was very hot, but it was felt very good outside.
I love when it's nice that we can come together as a
Most
campus.
definitely.
So amazing. So, hi, it's me, and welcome back, Braves, to your wonderful Wednesday weather report. Okay, Peoria, listen up, because the weather this week is going to be wild. Call it boiled chicken the way campus is feeling dry. We expect no precipitation and instead greet summer early with the low 80s. Yes, low 80s. Taking a look at the current temperature, Illinois as a whole is having its usual tantrum. It looks like the official Bradley read the way we remain in the mid-70s all throughout. It's warm and sunny one minute, and the next, who knows? Actually, I do. Peoria managed to dodge a low breeze that hits the rest of Illinois like a blessing. Isn't it sweet? We expect minimal humidity across the prairie state. The rest of the Midwest is also in shambles with these rising temperatures, almost like heated rivalry. Wink, wink, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I advise to keep a layer on standby, especially as we look ahead to the next 5 days. The week seems like a perfect time for a cookout, some greens, a slider, maybe even a water fight. But as the weekend arrives, the plot changes. We're talking heavy rain showers, cooler temperatures in the 60s and 70s, lots of breeze and occasional cold shivers. Brr. It's anything but minor. Basically, a whole thunderstorm. And now for entertainment news, but not me this time. Instead, the latest on video games with Cassie Maxwell.
Thanks, Casey. As of last Thursday, Tamagotchi Life Living the Dream has been out for the Nintendo Switch. It's a sequel to the original game for the 3DS, just called Tamagotchi Life, in which you could make Miis, which are basically little versions of whoever you want, and have them live on your island and interact with each other. The new version of the game follows the same premise, but you can now customize your island, control more aspects of their lives, and most interestingly, choose your Mii's sexualities. This is a big deal for the LGBTQIA+ community in mainstream gaming. For those interested, the game can be found on the Nintendo Switch for $60. If you don't live in the United States, I have no idea how much money it is. Figure it out yourself. The cartoonist Shen Comics ended their webtoon Blue Chair last Friday. If you're not familiar with the iconic comic, you've probably seen pictures of it online, reposted, or just made into memes. Being made in 2014, the comic without a plot has been a staple of the internet, getting a following of 1.2 million followers on webtoon itself. Shen Comics still intends to make new comics. In fact, he partnered with the Seattle Seahawks in 2025 to draw comics for them, so chances are we won't be missing his art for long. Finally, Clay's announced that the third Don't Starve game is in the works, Don't Starve Elsewhere. While the last game introduced multiplayer, this one has introduced the most terrifying element of all, the Y-axis, to the typically two-dimensional feeling plane. There looks to be new bosses, new biomes, a new mechanic called the Fog, and even a more advanced art direction. It looks like the iconic characters Wilson, Willow, Wendy, and WX-78 will be coming to the game. However, it is unclear if some of the less popular characters from the Don't Starve Together will be left behind. While there is no set release date yet, I'm personally excited, not just for the game, but for the new animations that Clay will surely come out with as development continues.
I loved that you put a little hint at heated rivalry into your weather report.
Yes. I mean, it's all people can talk about. I mean, with the heat, I mean, you just can feel the tension.
It's true. Well, Cassie will have to give us an update when season 2 comes out.
Maybe.
I don't know about that. As the sunset approaches, Jackson Chettiel captures a showcase on the beauty of animation.
Followed by a segment on fundraising fun from the BUTV crew.
Most
Most hiring algorithms would scream me out.
Some bosses couldn't see me as a leader.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
I've been running code as long as I've been able to reach a keyboard.
This is what I do. It's second nature for me, coordinating 100 details at once.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
I sold them on my skills.
You gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
My magic is
analytics and empathy. That's how getting clients. You have to have the confidence in yourself to show up and defy the odds.
I am more than who I am on paper.
I never got a college degree. And today, I'm the CEO of my own company. People want to tell me I'm one in a million, when actually I'm one of millions. Stars are all around us. It's time for them to shine.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how's sketches, ready? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
A celebration of student creativity is coming to Bradley with the university's animation festival Sunsets.
Jackson Chettiel is live with a closer look at the event and how student animators are bringing their work to the screen.
Thanks, guys. Animation Festival is right here on Bradley's campus, and joining us tonight is Allie Reed, a senior who's here to talk to us more. Allie, thanks for joining us and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
First off, what is Sunsets, and can you tell us what it's about?
So Sunset is an animation film festival representing to show all the animations that's been made over throughout the years, from current projects to previous projects. It's overall a fun time. We have animation students, non-animation students, and faculty and staff. Anyone from Bradley who can animate can submit something into Sunset.
So as an animation student yourself, what does it mean to you to have your work submitted into this festival?
Honestly, it's an honor having it on there because we don't have a lot of places to show besides YouTube. And I work on senior capstone. My film I made was Abby, and I can't show it to everyone on YouTube yet because I have to submit my film into many different festivals. And this counts as a festival, so people get to see it.
Yeah. And then what goes into creating an animation project like Abby, like the ones that will be featured?
Yeah, there's three main steps. There's the pre-production stage where you are storyboarding and getting the idea together. And then you have the production, which is the heart of the animation, making it come to life. And then you have post-production, making the sound, the music, tying it all together. So it can vary on how long each of those steps are, but those are the main three steps, and depending on how long the film is, depends on how long it will take.
And then what kind of projects can the audience expect to see at this festival?
Think about, there's some 2D, 3D, mixed media, some experimental animation. Those are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head, but any medium could be on there.
And then for you, what has it been like working on Abby throughout the year?
Working on Abby has been a fun ride. I spent my 4 months, long story short, I had to change my capstone project because it wasn't working out. But it's been a fun time working on it, working with my composer, Brendan Briggs, and like hearing people's thoughts about my weird creature named Abby. So overall, it's been such a fun time.
That's glad to hear. Why should people come out to Sunsets even if they're not familiar with animation?
Well, it's on Bradley. The event's on Bradley. In fact, it's in New Miller Hall at Bradley, and not a lot of people can get off campus, but whether because they don't have a ride or they just don't know where it is. So it's a really good opportunity to see what what animation people can do, and non-animation majors, showing their art and how they express themselves creatively.
And last question: where and when can people see Sunsets, and how can people learn more?
So you can learn more about it with our professor Aria Dines. It is going to be here at it's going to be at Bradley Hall in New Miller Hall specifically on Sunday, May 3rd, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Great. Well, unfortunately, that is all the time we have tonight. Reporting live from the GCC with photographer Ty Gray, Jackson Sheltiel, BUTV News.
Feels not long ago since we've catched up with Cassie, along with Magnus Roeder. They bring us the story on Greek philanthropy.
Gamma Phi Beta raises money for charity all throughout the year. However, one of their biggest philanthropy events takes place in the spring. So, how are they raising money for charity this time? And what charity are they raising money for?
Abby Eckhoff, the philanthropy chair for Gamma Phi Beta, has the answers.
So this year we did a bake sale, we're doing a button sale, root beer floats, and a dirty soda bar. And so all of those will help us raise money for our philanthropy.
Gamma Phi Beta's philanthropy is building strong girls, and that all starts with the youth.
People will have their kids signed up for it, and then they'll go to this after school program and learn about just a lot of different things that you wouldn't necessarily learn in the classroom, but it's just more so life skills for young girls.
With there being a variety of fundraising events throughout the week, making sure each one had potential was vital.
For me, I took ideas from what we did last year and also some other ideas of what was trending on TikTok at some of the bigger schools.
The bake sale is one of the events they've done in the past, and this year, it yielded good results.
We raised $93 just from the bake sale, but I would definitely probably recommend for them to do the bake sale again just because it has been such a success.
Part of their success might be attributed to the goodwill between other tabling sororities.
It was actually super nice whenever the Pi Beta Phi was tabling a couple feet over from us on Olin Quad. And so they would come over and buy cookies from us to support our philanthropy, and then we would go over and buy stuff to pie them in the face.
Gamma Phi Beta still plans to have one more big event, which they hope will raise even more money for building strong girls.
For me personally, my goal would be $2,000 and throughout all the week and with Moonball.
For BUTV News, I'm Cassie Maxwell.
Don't log off yet. Bradley Athletics brings a busy week full of movements and matchups.
We look under the scope with Delaney Giles after this break.
Might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. You may not even know you have it, but you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand. With early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
We said we'd never break the 3-second rule. Never do that. And never become a minivan mom.
Hey, Chris.
As parents, we say never a lot, but never happens. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to BUTV Sports. While things are heating up outside, Bradley Athletics is no exception, as the Braves have been busy per usual. Softball hosted Evansville this weekend and started off strong in Game 1, clinching a 4-0 victory. With hits from Emily Organ, Hillary Wilson, and Kirsten McCoy, the Braves were able to create a substantial lead and maintain that lead throughout the final innings. Sophomore Abby Rusher threw the complete game shutout, allowing just 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. Game 2 was postponed due to weather, and the Aces were able to maintain their 2-0 lead throughout the game. Though the Braves put up a good fight in Game 3, they were not able to get the job done, ending in a 3-1 loss, losing the series 2-1. The Braves were able to bounce back yesterday as they earned a 6-5 victory at Western Illinois in their final non-conference game of the regular season. The Braves were trailing at the bottom of the second, but with key performances from Morgan Schlosser, Kirsten McCoy, Austin Comstock, and Brenna Seitz, they were able to get the job done. Not too much to write home about for baseball, as they had a tough last week, going 0-4 in their games. They kicked off their weekend with a 3-game series against Southern Illinois, where they lost Game 1 10-1 and Game 2 6-2. Game 3 was not much better as the Braves dropped their final game with a 13-5 loss. They took some time to recoup and were feeling hopeful as they faced off against Northwestern University yesterday afternoon. Northwestern got on the board early with a 2-run homer in the first inning, but the Braves were able to record some hits, scoring 3 runs with Jackson Schumacher's RBI double, A.J. Garcia's RBI triple, and River Lindsay's RBI single, giving Bradley the lead. Northwestern responded with 6 runs in the second, and though the Braves did respond with a few hits, the Wildcats scored another home run, leading the Braves to an 11-6 loss. Track and field headed to the Golden State this past weekend and set 3 new program records during their time at the Brian Clay Invitational in California. Jamie Phillips set a new 800-meter program record at 1:45.74, becoming the first Brave to clock a time of 1:45 ever. Julia Brown set her first individual record of her outdoor career, earning a time of 54.23 in the women's 400-meter, and Julia De Palma lowered her own 400-meter hurdles record with a time of 1:01.09. The Braves set 9 additional top 10 times this weekend as well. They will travel to Des Moines tomorrow as they compete in the 116th edition of the Drake Relays. Women's golf capped off their season with the Missouri Valley Conference Championship this past week, and for the first time since 2004, 5 Braves finished in the top 20, leading Bradley to finish second place overall. And with the end of the season comes the Missouri Valley Conference Honors, which heavily featured the Braves. Jillian Kostler, Allison Pacocha, and Caroline McConnell were all named to the All-Conference team, and Alyssa Mixon was named to the All-Tournament team after tying for 3rd place. What a way to end their season. Looking ahead, track heads to Iowa for the Drake Relays, softball heads to Valparaiso and hosts Northern Iowa, baseball travels to Illinois State and hosts University of Illinois and Eastern Illinois, women's tennis heads to Drake, soccer heads to Knox College for a spring game, and men's golf heads to the Missouri Valley Conference Championship. That's all for BUTV Sports Tonight.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love. Love is the majority. Filling up something far more important than any feed. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our every day with understanding, empathy, and compassion, leaving hate to become what it truly is, a whisper.
Some people judge a book by its cover, and if you're not what people are looking for, you're kind of like a reject.
School, it feels like everyone's staring at me, and I'm just kind of not really a person.
It just feels hard today. Nobody was listening to me.
Try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
Let's take a look at some upcoming events. You can't spell salsa without Alice, who will be hosting a dancing night tomorrow. Bring your 2 left feet and meet with an instructor to explore salsa moves and even add songs to your party playlist. Everyone's welcome. Furthering the fun, BSA brings a fashion show this Friday. Pop out and impress with your finest furs. No prior experience needed. With a runway provided, the models will showcase bold designs and even bolder individuals. The weekend will not be short of talent. To the Smiths fans looking for a job, this Tuesday brings an awesome opportunity, refreshments included. Located at the ballroom, the Career Center invites staff and students to meet state employers. This event is great for networking and exploring career options. This is around the time where students' cortisol levels start to spike, so de-stress, consider a garden this Sunday. Hosted by Best Buddies, relax outdoors and become one with nature. Located just 10 minutes from campus, a botanical garden break is a great practice of self-love.
All right, guys. Well, happy last show for our team.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Crazy.
It's a little sad. I've been doing BUTV news for 4 years, so because I was a freshman. So.
I know for the 3 of us, it's our last show ever.
I know.
Well,
I
have one more. Oh, just kidding. For the 2 of us, it's our last show ever. So.
Well, that is it for BUTV News this week. I'm Julia Hunt.
I'm Cassie Maxwell.
I'm Delaney Giles.
I'm Casey Hendricks.
And I'm Mikey Gatewood. We're proud to have brought you this semester's news. We humbly sign out and leave you tonight with a performance from Patrick Bell. Have a great night, Braves.
If I were a rich man, yibby dibby 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 dum. All day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. Yibby dibby 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 dum. If I were a biddy biddy rich, idle diddle 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 man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen, right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with the chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can, and each loud quack and cluck and gobble and honk will land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, yibby dibby 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 dum. All day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yibby dibby 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 dum. If I were a biddy biddy rich, idle diddle 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 man, I'd see my wife, my gold day, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in. Screaming at her servants day and night, "Little ha! Little ha!"
Okay.
I've got 6 strings. I got lost.
Oh my god, this We. I am good.
Please give me my Adderall back. Fuck happened? I stopped taking it because I was like, I'm too malnourished. But then is the vocal monitor working?
Hello. Nope.
It's not working. Uh-oh. I'm scared it's gonna hurt. Is it gonna do the
La
thing
la.
again? Cover your ears. Is it on her? I don't see anything. Oh, okay. Hold on. It was like a couple hours ago. Is it turned screeching on? Very loud. Cover your ears. Uh-oh.
Hello. Okay, I hear it a little bit. Is this good? Good enough. Well, there was a buzz when we sound checked anyway.
She said it's a little quiet, but
It's okay. I'll live. Hello, hello. That's good, right? Is that good, guys? Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, you're. You'll hear me.
I do love this game. It sounds so good. It's so easy to play. Are you guys ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do this. Everybody's ready. Cool.
Me too.
We're ready. Okay. All right. I'll let you know when. It'll probably be soon. They're ready. Sorry, that was Jackson, I love your shirt. Okay. Hiatus. Yeah. I said no paparazzi. No paparazzi on set. Don't even say it. Don't start, bro. Please. Yeah.
And that smirk, I can't.